everyone, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, whenever I ask something, you can also write it in chat box. Okay, I will immediately know that thing. Okay, let's begin with today's session. Good evening, all of you. Uh, Today we are going to solve problems based on solution for the non-linear equation. Okay, solution of non-linear equation. Okay. Can anyone tell me what are the methods you have been learning this week? Anyone? Divya, can you tell me? Hello, Divya Mohan, are you there? Okay, anybody else? Suetha, hello, Suetha, hello, hello, Gomati, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, so what are the methods you have been taught in this week?
Sir, once more, sir.
What are the methods you have been taught in this week? You must be you are attending the lectures, right? In NPTEL?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What
Oh,
are the methods you have been taught in this week?
sir, I'm not attend the class, sir, yesterday.
Oh, okay, but whatever you have attended, just let me know what methods you have. Means-
Sir, currently solution of non-linear equations, sir.
Oh, okay, in that what they have taught? Like you must have been taught some Newton-Raphson method or this Regula-Falsi method. Are those methods taught?
6 point method, sir.
6 point method and what else they have taught? Second method.
Seventh method, sir.
You can just write in the chat because there is a lot of noise in background. Okay, what I am doing is today taking the solution of nonlinear equation. So here we will consider some say nonlinear function say f of x equal to 0. This type of solution of this kind of the equations. Okay, yes, bisection method, correct. So today also we are going to see some of the methods and the problems for those. Uh, so we are going to do today Newton-Raphson's method, then bisection method, then we are going to do regular falsi method. My writing is understood, right? Is understandable, right? Yes, regular falsi method. Then your second method. Okay, we will solve the problems based on these methods. Okay, so let's start with the first Newton-Raphson method. So first problem. Before the problem, I will just give you brief about Newton-Raphson's method. In this method, this is iterative method, right? Iterative method, and we use we find out values of the x and in each iteration and try to get converged result. Okay, so the formula which we use is formula which we use ABC xi plus 1 in xi minus f of xi upon f dash of xi, right? We have some initial guess, and based on that we have some initial guess, and based on that we find the next values till we get the converged result. Okay, so let's take one example. First example, f of x is x raised to 4 minus x minus 10. Okay, and we take initial guess as x0 is equal to 2. Okay, we will solve this by Newton-Raphson method. Okay. I will just write NR for the Newton-Raphson method. Okay, so first step, find out your first we have initial guess x0, right? Okay, in this we have to find out derivative. In Newton-Raphson method, important thing is we have to find out derivative of the function also, because we are using here. So we will also calculate the derivative. So we know f of x is to 4 minus x minus 10. So derivative will be 4x cube minus 1, right? X cube minus. So start doing this first iteration. First iteration will be x1 according to the formula. What formula is this? Okay. Formula is this. So x1 is equal to x0 minus f of x0 upon f dash of x0, right? So x1 is equal to 0 raised to minus f of 2 upon f dash of, right? You can calculate this f of 2. F of 2 is 2 raised to 4 minus 2 minus 10. Okay, f of 2 let me just, okay, f of 2 is 2 raised to 4 minus 2 minus 10. Okay, what will be the value? 16 minus 12. F dash of 2 is 4, 2 minus 1, 32, 31, right? So x1 will be 2 minus 4 by 31 equal to 1.87. Okay, is there any doubt? It's very simple. Okay, very simple method. Likewise, you have to do the second iteration. Okay, and tell me the values. Okay, how will we know when we will get the solution? We will do this. We will do the iteration. Do the iterations till we get error less than a very small value, okay, or almost equal to 0. Okay, that is the value of this next x and the present x should be very small, very small. So let's do the second iteration. Please everyone solve the for the x in the second iteration and give me the values for the second iteration. It is very clear and straightforward, right? There is nothing rocket science in this. Please tell me what is the value of x you are got or you are getting in second iteration. Okay, take your time and calculate. 1.87 minus f of 1.871. What is f of 1.871? Anyone getting the values of this? Anyone? If I'm getting very fast, please let me know. One point 8558. Okay, correct. It is the answer is correct. You have given directly the answer. Very good. One point 1.8558. Correct. Please calculate for the third iteration. Why we are going for the third iteration? The difference between this is not that much small. Okay. The x1 and x2 values. The difference is not that small. So anyone x3 how? Please anyone tell me x3. Get x3 x2 minus f of x2 upon f dash of x2. So 1.8558 minus f of 1.8558 upon f dash of 1.8558. Correct. So x3 uh, Nazia Fatima is there? Nazia Fatima. Hello, Nazia Fatima. Okay. Yes, Suitha, tell me.
1.8015, sir.
1.80.
15.
0.8015 for
Three.
can you please redo it?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Please redo it. 1.8558 raised to 4. Okay. Anyone got the answer? Five. 1. Who told? 1.8556. Hmm. Yes, yes. It is correct. Sweta, did you got where did you have done mistake?
No, sir. Still no.
The value of, see, the everyone, see what the thing is, the value of this part will be very very small. So mostly value will be around this. Okay, this is the means changing part here. Error, it is like very small value. As we do more and more iteration, we are in the third iteration, right? This value, Komati's value is correct. X3 is equal to 1.855. Now we can see the difference between this X3 and X2 is very small. Can anyone calculate and give me the error value? It's very small.
0.0002.
Yes, yes. So it is acceptable. Okay. So our value solution is X value is 1.8556 is the solution of this problem. Okay. Is any doubt in this? Is anything
No,
difficult?
sir.
There is nothing difficult in it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Uh, we will do next type of the method. We'll jump to the bisection method. In bisection method, you must have studied in your lectures. We have some f of x function, nonlinear function, right? Uh, Say we can plot it like this. Okay, and in this we need two initial guess values, right? We need two initial guess values such that roots of the equation lies in this, means lies in this interval, right? Say this is, these are the two initial values, this is the interval. Okay, so root is, when we say, whenever we calculate these values, so when this is your f of x, this is your x, right? When x becomes 0, this is your root. Okay, this is your root value. Okay, so root is in between this a and this b. Okay, between say a and b. Okay, next important point is this is valid. this is valid to only continuous nonlinear function. The function should be continuous. Okay, continuous. Okay, this is very important. Continuous. Okay. So what we do in this? So we calculate function value at this, say f of a, then we calculate this at f of b, and we try to go towards the solution, towards the root. So what we have to do, we simply take the average value, and which will lie, say, in between somewhere here, c, and we calculate f of c. Okay, so first we will do some, just for the steps. First, we'll calculate value at one interval, f of a at x is equal to a, then f of b at x is equal to b. Okay. Now we can see the value of the sign. Okay, the functional values will be of opposite sign. Okay, here it's negative, here it is positive. So when we do the product of the values, we will get negative value, right? One of, if any one is negative in the product, we will get negative value, right? Okay. After this, it ensures that C is in between this, because one is on the negative side, one is on the positive side, so solution should be in between this. Okay. So what we do, we will calculate then C. Everyone is getting, right? The explanation is clear. If any doubt you have, please ask. Okay. So we have, then we calculate function value at this. Okay. Now depending, step 3 is, after calculating this, step 3 is depending upon the value sign of functional value of c. If this sign, its sign matches with the functional value of sign a, then we will replace a with c. Okay. And if sign of f of c matches with the sign of f of b, then we will replace b with c. Okay, these things you will understood while we will solve the problem. Okay, we have to do this thing till f of c tends to 0, means value tends to 0, that is our format. Okay. Okay, the steps are clear, right? First step is you have to find function value at one end of the interval, second value at other end, then check the product. Okay, ensuring it is on the either side of the root. Then we will find out value at the average value of the interval, that is a b upon 2 is equal to c, and we will calculate functional value at c. Then we will check the sign, and value of that sign of that functional value matches with the functional value of any of the interval, we will replace that interval with the c. Okay, and we will do this till f of c becomes 0 or near to 0. It will not be exactly 0, but till, say, 3 or 4th decimal places, then we can say it has converged and we got the values. Okay, is my voice audible to everyone? Everyone is following me? Please tell me in
Yes, sir.
the chat box. Please let me know in the chat box. Is everyone? Okay, let's start with the problem. So problem is f of x is equal to 3x plus sin x minus e raised to x. Okay, and we have the interval 0 comma zero point 0.5 in which root is lying. Okay, so we'll solve this by bisection method. This is very basic method. Based on that, it will be helpful while understanding other methods. Okay, this method, one more thing, this method is also called as bracketing type of method. Bracketing. Why it is so? Because the root lies in the bracketed values of the interval. Root will always lie in between this. Okay, so it also ensures that it will always converge. It will always converge. Okay, so this is very important point in this. So solution, we will jump to the solution. Uh, okay, what is our a value? 0, 1 in first interval, last interval means other end is zero point 0.5. Okay, according to our steps, we will calculate f of a, which is 307 minus 1, right? F of b 3.5 plus sine. Okay, very important. We are dealing with the trigonometric functions, so value should be in the radian. Okay, so no, values are in the radian, so we have to take in degrees. Okay, so we'll convert the values to degrees simply multiplying 180 upon pi, okay, minus. Okay, then can anyone tell me the value of f of b? F of b value is, so what we do, 3 into zero point 0.5, 1.5 sine zero point 0.5 into 180 by shift by multiply pi 0.4794 minus what, e raised to, right, minus e raised to zero point 0.5. We'll directly do on calc, we'll get 0.3307, right? Now we'll check the sign, f of a into f of b. Obviously this is negative, this is positive, so it is directly becomes less than 0. It is negative. Okay, so solution line between this a and b, right? So we will calculate c. How we calculate c? We calculate c taking the average. So a value is 0, b value is zero point 0.5 divided by 2. So we'll get c value as 0.25. Okay, right? This is our was the second step. Right? Now third step, we will calculate f of c and check with the signs. Okay, so f of c is f of 0.25 equal to, what is f of 0.25? Please calculate and tell me what is f of 0.25. f of 0.25. You can also tell me the values in the chat box. Okay. If anyone finding any kind of difficulty, please ask freely. Okay, let's see the values that we will get. Three. So we'll calculate 3 into 0.25 plus sine of 0.25 into 180 by shift 5, then minus shift 0.50. Right. Sweta, please check your calculation. This is 0.452 value of what? F of c. Is it value of f of c?
Yes, sir.
Uh, Please check value of f of c again. Yes, Komati is right. Komati got the value. Priyadarshani, please check the calculation. 0.2866. Everyone is using calculator, right? Point 452. Okay, 13.78. Komati is correct. Okay, after f of c. Now, f of c is near to 0? No, it is 0.28. It is not very near to 0. So, uh, now please listen. See, f of c, where sine of the f of c is negative. Okay. Mm, and in values of the functions of the interval, that is f of a and f of b, which value is the negative? Which interval has negative function value? Priyadarshani, hello, hello, Priyadarshani, f of a, right? F of a. So, as the f of a and f of c have same sign, so we will replace c a with the c, right? So, new value of a will become 0.25, b will remain as it is 0.5. Okay, and we will use this for the second iteration. Okay, what does it mean? Now, earlier the value of, say, if we try to show it means in pictorial or way or visualizing way, the earlier values, when we plot the function like this, so okay, when we try to plot this, okay, we had one value b which was positive, f of b was positive and f of a was negative. Okay, that was what? Minus 1. Now we got new value which is minus 0.2866, means it is it is coming closer to the 0. Okay, so likewise we are trying to reduce this interval value between a and b. Now new a is this. Say I'm representing it as a dash. Okay, is everyone means understanding what we are doing as we are going to do further iteration, right? Is it clear? Komati,
Yes, sir.
yes, it is clear. Okay, so we'll do the next iteration. Okay, in next iteration, what we will do? In next iteration, we have these values a and b. So again, we will calculate f of a, f of 0.25, which is already calculated, right? Which is minus 0.2866. Okay, f of b is also already calculated, right? What is f of b? F of b is 0.3307. Right, again this is negative, this is positive, so the product will be negative, so it is checked. Now we will find out the in between value. Okay, because our root will lie in between this. Okay, 0 will lie in between some negative value or positive value, right? So 0.25 plus 0.5 by 2, what is the value of the c? Value of the c, give me the value of the c as well as value of f of c.
0.375.
0.375, and value of f of c? Value of f of c? Value of f of c is Suetha?
Calculating, sir.
Okay, okay. Also calculate. Okay. Raga Priya. Right, right. 0.0363. Komati got a right value. Again, this is not very close to 0. We want accuracy almost, say, till 10 raised to minus 3. F of c value should be some 0.000 some. Okay. So likewise, now you understood the first and second iteration, right? So I want you, every one of you, to solve the third iteration and give me each values. Okay. Before giving these values, please tell me what will be the A, what will be the B for third iteration. what will be the A and what will be the B or third iteration. Priyadarshani, what will be the A? Is anyone following these things? Raga Priya, Raga Priya is there? Are you there? Please, guys, please respond. It is very important for me. How will I know whether you are means getting what I am telling or not? Right? So please respond. Anchana Devi. Hello, Anchana Devi. These are means very manual things. There is nothing hard. What will be the value of A? What will be the value of A? Sweta, what will be the value of A?
0.375.
Value, it will be the value of A or value of B?
B, sir.
B. Why B? Why it should be the value of B? Right, right. Komati has understood this thing. Komati, please tell me why A is 0.25 and B is 0.375.
Because FA dot FB less than 0, sir.
No, 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 no. That is right. But why you took B as 0.375 and not A? Your answer is correct. But why you took B as 0.375 and A as 0.25? Kumati, are you there? Priyadarshani? Priyadarshani? Hello? Why we are taking value of B as 0.375? Anybody? The answer is very simple for this thing. Kumati, tell me why it is 0.375? No, no, no. So it is not, we got 0.25 at first. See, in why we take this value A as 0.25 and B as 0.375? Earlier we have seen at what criteria we consider this A and B value. We check the sign of f of C, f of A, and f of B, right? and whichever sign matches with the f of c, we take that value for that variable, right? Earlier in first iteration, we have f of a value negative, right? Negative. We have this value negative and f of b value positive. Okay. F of c value we got negative. Okay. Now sign of f of c is negative. Sign of which interval function has negative? A, right? A. That's why we took value of a from 0 to 0.25 and we kept b as it is, right? Now in second iteration we got a value functional value of a as negative, functional value of b as positive, right? And functional value of c is positive, right? Now we will match the signs of f of c and so well, what is the sign of f of c is positive? It matches with functional value of b. Sign of the functional value of b. Sign of the functional value of b is positive. So we will keep a as it is and we will change b from zero point 0.5 to 0.375. Right? Every time we compare sign of f of c with the sign of the intervals. Whichever matches, we replace that interval with c. Okay. Now you guys understood. Komati, is it clear now?
Sir, please once again tell,
Yes,
sir.
yes. Once again I'm repeating. See, what we we calculate f of a, right? Then we calculate f of b for a and b. Then we calculate c, and for that we calculate f of c, right? After calculating f of c, we see the sign of f of c. Okay. Now we have one sign for this also f of a. Sign means your not trigonometric sign. Okay. Sign positive, negative. Okay. We also check the sign of f of b, positive, negative. This each sign can be also positive, negative. Now, which the sign of f of c, we check whether it matches with the sign of f of b or sign of f of a. Whichever it matches, when sign of f of c matches with whichever of the function, we replace the value of that x with the c. Like if the sign of f of c matches with the sign of f of a, then we will replace a by c. Okay. If sign of f of c matches with the sign of f of b, then we will replace b with c. Okay. Now is it clear now?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
It is clear, right? Everyone, Suveta, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Priyadarshani, is it clear? Everyone, please let me know. Any doubt if you have, please let me know. Okay. So, can you now calculate the third iteration and give me the values of f of a, f of b, and f of c? Please take your time and give me the values of f of a, f of b, and f of c. F of a and f of b you already know, right? Right? Now tell me the value of C and f of C. Value of C and f of C. Okay. Take your time and do very patiently with the concentration. Do not hesitate to ask anything. Okay. Value of C. It's very easy. Value of C.
0.3125.
0.3125. Correct. And value of f of C. Priyadarshan is also correct. Okay. Value of f of C. Hmm. Value of f of C. Gomati. Is Gomati there? Nazia Fatima. Divya. Swetha got the value of f of C 0.1995. Okay, please check the calculation. Some mistake in minus plus. Yes, now Priyadarshani and Kumati got correct values. Minus 0.1219. Now one last task I will give you. You do entire fourth iteration, okay? Because we didn't got f of C very to the close to the zero. Okay, do the entire fourth iteration and give me the values of A, B, C and f of C. Now you know how to take value of A, how to take value of B. C is the average of A and B, and f of C is just simply put the value of C in the function, right? So give me these values. Meanwhile, I'm writing the values in tabular form so that it will be easier for you when you will revise. One more thing I want to ask is whatever the PDF I am sharing, is it means accessible to you? Everyone, is our PDF accessible to you? Okay, you first calculate the fourth iteration and tell me. Whatever we learn these methods, what is the purpose behind learning this numerical method is we can solve these equations in computer. Okay, so these are very useful for the people who are doing or who want to do research in computational field. These methods will be very helpful while solving system of the equations or any nonlinear equation. So at that time, you will realize the importance of these methods. Okay, did you got the values? Why people are so less? Yeah. Priyadarshani? Oh, okay. A value is, what did you got the A value? This is value of what? Minus 0.404. Okay, you directly give me the value of this f of c. It is correct. What is the value of a and b? Value of a and b, Komati. Value of a and b, 0.375. Value of a is 0.375. Are you sure? What is the value of A? Are you understanding the concept? We have taken values of A and B. Did you took these two values of A and B? Komati? Hmm. So is Suvetha there? She is not there. Priyadarshani, what is the value of A and B? C is 0.3125. That was previous, okay. These are not very difficult things, okay. This is just arithmetics. You just have to be patient while solving this. Okay, I will tell you the value of A. Value of A is 0.3. Value of A is value of A is 0.3125. Okay, and value of B is 0.375. So value of C is 0.3438. Okay, and f of C is this. You have Komati, you have some do you have some doubt in choosing A and B? Hello? Hello Komati? Komaleswari, hello? Are you there?
Sir, in previous problem, f of c we have negative
Okay,
value.
f of C have negative value.
So another positive values. That's why I chose a equal to
Okay,
0.375, sir.
correct. I was just checking. Okay, okay, then you're right. Okay. Uh, you can continue these things afterwards. Okay, I will solve some two more problems, very small problems. Okay, so let's start with the another method, regular policy method. Okay, regular policy method is similar to your bisection method. Okay, it's similar to bisection method. We have to do all the same steps like finding out f of a, then f of b, checking f of a into f of b. Only difference is in calculating the c value. Here we will calculate the c value as, or we can, in simple way we can also represent, like instead of a and b we will represent it in easier form. Okay. So we will have some x0 value, x1 value. Okay. So first iteration value will be x2. Okay. So We'll calculate first f of x0, f of x1. Okay, we'll check f of x0 into f of x1 is less than 0 or not. Then we will calculate x2. Okay, x2 how will you calculate? x0 minus x0 minus f of x0 into x1 minus x0 upon f of x1 minus f of x0. Okay, we can also, if we cross multiply, we will get x0 f of x1 minus x1 f of x0 upon f of x1 minus f of x0. Okay, so in general, the formula for regular pulse is xi plus 1 is equal to xi minus 1 f of xi minus xi f of xi minus 1 upon f of xi minus f of xi minus 1. Okay, we got x2. Then we will calculate value at x2. Sorry, step 4. We will calculate value of f of x2, and we will do the iteration till f of x2 value tends to 0, similar to f of c. What we do in bisection, we do the iteration till f of c tends to 0. Likewise, f of x2 tends to 0. Okay, only difference is, instead of calculating c, this is, we can consider this is like a, this is like b, and this is like c. So in bisection, we used to calculate c by x1, say a plus b by 2, and here we are calculating c by this formula every time. Okay, again when we do the next iteration, same thing, we check the sign of c. So here we will check the sign of what? We will check the sign of what? In earlier we used to check the sign of c. Okay, in this method our c is similar to x2, or we can say value of xi plus 1. So here we will check the sign of f of xi plus 1, and we will match it with, try to see with which way functional value it is matching. Whether it is matching with the f of xi or f of xi minus 1. If it is matching with f of xi, then we will replace xi with xi plus 1. If it is matching with f of xi minus 1, we will replace xi minus 1 with xi plus 1. Okay, is it clear? Hello, Komati, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is similar
Yes,
to
sir.
bisection. Only thing is we are changing the notations because of the because we should get simplicity while using the formula. Okay, that is the only difference. Okay, so we will solve one simple problem. So f of x is sin 2x minus e raised to x minus 1. Okay, in regular Falsy method also, this is bracketing method, always converges. So as it is bracketing method, what we will need? Anyone? Kumati? In bracketing method, what we will need? We will need interval, right? In which root lies. So here we are taking interval as 0 and 0.5 again. Okay. Okay. We will calculate now solution. We will solve this by regular policy method. We will do only single iteration. Okay. Two iteration we will do. Okay. I know this is very lengthy process, but uh, if you go through this and solve by your hand, then only you will understand the mathematics behind every method. Okay. So again, we have xi value 0, xi minus 1 value 0, xi value 0.5. Okay. Say we will call this as 0, 1. So we will calculate of xi. So sine of 2 minus e raised to 0 minus 1 e raised to minus 1, right? F of xi minus, okay, this is f of xi minus 1, sorry, my mistake. Then f of xi value, okay, so sine of 2 into 1 plus e raised to minus 1, right? So this is 0 sine 2 minus 1, right? Is it right? Is I am doing is right? Whatever I am doing is right? Oh,
Yes,
how
sir.
it is right? I have not converted this into degree form, right? I have to first convert it into degrees. Okay, this is very common mistake. Please remember, while solving the problem, whenever there comes any trigonometric function, we have to convert that radian values into degrees. The normal values which we get are in radians. All these values are considered as radian for the trigonometric function. So when we convert radian to degrees, we have to multiply by 180 upon 5. Okay. Similarly, when we have to go in other way, we have to multiply by pi by 180. Simple. Okay. So we will calculate these values. Okay. So xi plus 2, our formula. Okay. First we will check the product is whether it is negative or not, right? So e raised to minus 1 value, this is the e raised to minus 1 value. Anyone? E raised to minus 1 value? Priyadarshani, what is the e raised to minus 1 value? Suvetha? Anyone? Is Suvetha there? Minus 1 value uh, is the sign correct? I by mistaken written did not wrote the negative sign. Okay, so it's okay. Minus 0.3678. And what is the value of this f of xi? Komathi? F of xi? Hel-
0.9093, sir.
f of xi, f of 0.5, you are telling me. Okay, I took 2. Okay. I took 1 here. This is zero point 0.5, my mistake. 0.5, this is also zero point 0.5. Okay. Please, with the zero point 0.5, calculate the values. Okay, someone got the answer. No. Value for zero point 0.5, zero point 0.5 with zero point 0.5. I mistakenly took the value 1. Okay, xi value is zero point 0.5, right? I have written above. Sine of 2, 180 zero point 0.5 by pi minus e raised to minus zero point 0.5. Divya? Yes,
Sir?
did you got the values with zero point 0.5? Okay. You
No,
are
sir, I'm
getting right. You
calculating,
are
sir.
following whatever I'm telling, right? Okay. So take
Yes,
your
sir.
time, do it. Point 0.2347. Okay. 0.2349 I got. Okay. Correct. Okay. Let's substitute. Substitute. Please let me know if I'm getting very fast. Okay. Yes. 0.2349. Correct, Komati. So x0 is 0. F of x1 we calculated. We have calculated 0.2349 minus x1. What is the x1? That is zero point 0.5. What is f of x0? That is point minus 0.3678. On, right. What is the value of x2? 0.5 into 0.2678 upon 0.2349 plus 0.367. Right, we calculated this from the formula for the regula policy. This is the formula for the regula policy, right? So we have x0 and x1 value. So our first iteration will start with 2. Okay, so x2, so 0 into 0.2349 value, anyone? 0.3051. Yes, correct. Priyadarshan is correct. 0.3051. Kumati, did you got the answer? Hello, Divya. Okay,
Yes,
okay,
sir, I
good,
got.
good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now again, what will be the next step? Any one of you? What will be the next step? What we will do? Divya, what we will do? We will do the sign checking of the f of x2, right? So for that, what we need to calculate? F of x2, right? So f of x2 is, I know, 2x minus e raised to x minus 2x minus e raised to x minus 1, right? Why we are calculating f of x2? We have to check the sign, and we should know what will be the next corrected interval, right? We check, like in
Yes, sir.
bisection, we go on replacing the interval, right? So that we will get even better interval, right? You can see on the screen. Okay, to get better interval, we have to check the sign of the new value which we have computed. Like in bisection, we check the sign of f of c. In regular falsi, we will check the sign of f of xi minus I plus 1. Here xi plus 1 is what? X2, right? Which is value on the new iteration, right? So what is first? We have to calculate f of x2. So what is the f of x2? Of x2 is, anybody? Of x2 sine 2 into 0.3051 into 180 upon pi minus e raised to 0.3051 minus 1. So what is the value of x2 is 0. 0.Priyadarshini, you got f of x2 value. Please recalculate, Priyadarshini. Yes, Komati is correct. 0.0739, correct value. Now what we will do for next iteration? For next iteration. Okay, what will be our x0? What will be our x1? Tell me what will be our x0 and what will be our x1? We will match the sign of f of x2 with f of x1 and f of x. We will compare, right? Whichever matches, we will replace that variable with the x2. Okay, so this value is positive. What is the value of f of x1? This is our value of f of x0. This is our value of f of x1. Value of sine of the f of x2 is positive. Sine of f of x0 is negative. It is not matching, right? This is not. Sine of f of x1 is what? Positive. So this is matching, right? So we will replace what? X1 with x2 and x0 as it is, right? So what will be our x0? 0 will be 0, right? 0 will be 0 and x1 will be our new x2 value, which is okay. Now is it clear? Okay, good. So similarly, you can calculate the x2 thing, right? With the formula. Okay. So okay. Now one last problem we will solve. Now everyone is getting this thing, right? Komati, Priyadarshani, you are getting this thing, right? You can also name it as x3, whatever is comfortable for you. Okay, whatever. I always keep it as x0, x1, and x2 in this case. In bisection method, I keep a, b, c. In regular falsi method, I will keep x0, x1, x2. So final x2, when f of x2 will tends to 0, will be near to 0, then that x2 value will be the solution. Okay. Kumati, are you getting this? Divya? Okay. Is any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what you will do, you can continue with the third iteration for this regular falsi method. Okay. And we will meet in the next class, and I will explain this second method also. Okay, with much more clarity. Okay, I think this lecture got extended, uh, so it will be very exhausting if I continue to do this. Okay, so is there any doubt till this? Is any doubt till this? Okay, okay
No,
then
sir.
we will see you in the next week. And okay, there was some person who has asked doubt about the SOR and norm. Is he there? He is not there. Okay. Okay, then we will meet you. We will meet in the next week. And I will be clearing the second method. Okay. One more thing. Are you getting the drive link for this means PDF of whatever I am writing? Are you getting the PDF files? Komati, do you receive? Okay,
Yes,
okay,
sir, we
okay,
are
okay.
also
Okay,
workouting
then
it.
thank you. Have a nice day. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Komati. Thank you.